Hello, welcome to Information Examination in your CCBC library. Welcome Health Academy students. So, welcome to the CCBC library. Currently, we're virtual, but I'm going to talk a little bit about physical and virtual. We want you to know no matter the mode that we're using, that we're here for you and you can get in touch and we'll offer you full resource services. So, down here in the corner is a good way to get in touch with us. It's a chat that runs live um, most of the operating hours. If we are offline, it sends your questions directly to the library staff's email. So you can email us, chat with us, call the library numbers if you need help, and we're glad to assist you or direct you. So remember that, and once we are open, we want you to visit the library and make it your library. Many of the Academy students do. It's a wonderful space. So you're an Academy student and a college student. Why do you want to know about the library? Because the information in the library is already reviewed, edited, and vetted for you. So that means it's credible information. We want to steer you away from just Googling every time you have an assignment, and there will be higher expectations for college assignments. So the other thing is, as I said, when we are virtual, there is accessibility 24 hours a day to college materials or databases and course-specific guides. So we want you to have a whole what did we say, medicine kit, to medicine tool bag to pull out. So I'm going to talk a wee bit about some physical resources, but we're going to talk a little more about cyber resources just because that is the trend of gathering good resources nowadays, and just in case we are virtual as you guys are this semester. So the CCBC library is part of the Beaver County Library System and the law library. So if you're taking any criminal justice courses in the future, all of our collections are together there. And on the library website, we have access to the whole collection of books. So you can do that from your phone or at home. I can show you how to get there. Now, if you are going you need to find the library in the CCBC. Whoops, wait a minute, I was going to the library system, which that's another way I can show you. But anyhow, to find the CCBC library, this is what you need to do. Okay, you're on the CCBC website, you go to Campus Life, and you go to the library. And here is the information. And you can see the chat just popped up, and in the background you hear a cow. I am not hurting them in the field. That's my alert to know a student needs information. Okay, now I want you to go down to the library menu, and if you see right here, research tools, and you click on that. Now sometimes you'll get a when the website's not running quickly, you'll get a blank space there. So then just refresh, go back in and come back out again. Also, another trick is if you want to go straight to research tools, you can just put research tools up here in the search. But you saw, I'm glad that actually happened, because every once in a while that does. I don't have control over the website, but this way you'll know that you can refresh or go back in and out and see the new menu. So this is where you got access to all the things that I'll be talking about today, both the books and the databases. So we're just talking real quickly about books here. You can enter an older version. We just updated since the first time in 2004. We have a brand new spanking whole system for running the libraries in Beaver County and the law library at the courthouse and our library. So you can enter here to do searches that happened before this month, and it allows you a little more searching capability, but I don't know how long that's going to be up. But for other searches, you'll click on this and you'll see the new library web catalog where you can search titles and authors and some more basic searches. The other search screen allows you a little more in advanced searching, and I'd be glad to work with you with books. But I just wanted to show you where the library is and where you will find them. And again, we're part of the library system. So if you're not on campus and you see a book when the books are open from other libraries, we can deliver it to your home library. If you live in Ambridge, Midland, Rochester, we'll get it to you. So just remember, when you're searching for books, you can do subject and keyword searches that'll bring up different results, and title and author searches. And be vigilant, keep trying to look for those resources. And again, I can help you with that. Chat, call, or when we're in the library, come and see me. Also in the library, we have, I'm only mentioning this to you because you're health science. We have a nursing collection that we keep some really high evidenced journals right by the library circulation desk. I'm going to run right back up there to show you where it is. Okay, if you're looking at the library here, this is where I sit. So stop and say hi to Terry. And then along here is where we keep a very special nursing collection, which is weeded for currency constantly. And we also have scholarly nursing periodicals or journals. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later, about how that is the really quality evidence. So when you're doing an assignment, you can use journals. But I just want to show you real quickly where they are. And they're hard copy, but later I'm going to show you where to get the cyber resources of these particular periodicals. So, evidence or research comes at various levels. So, most of what we see in the world today is in the form of popular resources. So, your newspapers, your magazines, websites, they're called popular. That doesn't mean they don't have some truth or some credibility to them. It's just that they're at a lower level. So as you become a college student, you discern your resources and start to look for things that are more scholarly or peer reviewed. So when you're looking at something that's popular, like a newspaper or a magazine, WebMD, for instance, and they have a magazine and website, the information can be good and updated. However, it's not vetted by a panel of experts. So a lot of times the way you can recognize popular resources are just by eye. They're single author. One reporter writes the article in the New York Times. They're brief. They're not extensive studies. At the end, you don't see a big list of references. That is key. All things that are scholarly or peer reviewed have sometimes pages of references to support what the article or study is purporting. So and then popular resources are pretty. They're eye appealing because they're written for anyone, and they're what you want to pick up. Glossy, a lot of photos, published regularly, and they're cheap. But now that you are college students, what you want to start looking for, especially in the health science field, are scholarly sources. So those are the sources that they're going to be in journals, like I was talking about, that I have hard copies in the library and that we have in our databases. The articles are lengthy. They're hard to read. You don't just want to, hey, I'm going to read some journal articles. They take time and attention. You read them over and over again. They're written by multiple scholars with a lot of PhDs or MSNs or credentials by their names. They're not usually using photos as much. They use charts and graphs and stats. And you don't see ads. They're issued infrequently. The ones that I buy for inside the library use for the nursing department are, they can run $400 to $800 for a subscription for only maybe I would get 3 copies a year. Why? Because that's very credible information. So the audience are academics and scholars like you. And again, they're expensive, but they have that big reference list. So keep that in mind. So let me tell you some areas that you can go to start your research without just going out on Google, where you can find these kind of higher end areas of information to have as support for your assignments in the class. So we're going to go back to the library, and we're going to go to ccbc.edu. I'm going to take you in so you can get that path in your mind. Remember campus life. And then we want to go to the library. There's the cow because someone wants to chat. And you want to go to course-specific resources. Now, what these are pools of information about specific classes or departments at CCBC where professors and librarians have already started to gather you information, kind of a springboard to bounce off of. So if you were taking biology, you could look here and get good sites for the web. If you're using MLA citations, we have quick guides, and APA citations, which is usually for the health science. We have a quick guide for you there and places to look, like the OWL, so you can check your own references when you're creating your assignments. That's for college success. It's in alphabetical order. So for you guys, I would take you down to the nursing area since you're in health science. And this would provide, I'm sorry, it's like riding a roller coaster at Kennywood, huh? I'm scrolling down, but here we've come to nursing. These are called LibGuides at a lot of colleges. So here are some nursing recommended databases. We're going to talk about that later. There's nursing instructions, excuse me. And then down below are approved websites for healthcare research. So that's what I wanted to show you. And then a list of peer-reviewed hard copy journals that are in the library, along with peer-reviewed journals on the web. So these are the places you want to go. So you can check this out before you do an assignment, and you'll be coming out with that top-end information and impress your professors. So just remember course-specific resources. Okay, so I realize that you still are, geared toward using websites. So I just want you to make sure that you use the powerful websites, the credible websites that have scholarly resources. So those .govs and .edus, usually you learn that in high school. Want to reinforce that. There are a couple specific that we had listed in course specific resources that are right here that I recommend for you to go visit. So now I'd like you to take a break from me and do a little bit of listening to a website evaluation YouTube video that I like to use in the class. So I'm going to link that right out on course specific, so you can go from the first part of this instruction right to course specific, and then we'll have a second part about looking for databases. I hope you learned something today, and remember, just ask the library. Thank you.